Hi, my name is Tara Kachaturoff, and I'm the host of Michigan Entrepreneur, where we feature businesses from startup to stellar. Today, I have as my special guest Nick Kakish, who is the owner of Revive Auto Repair. Welcome to the program.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, good. And how are you today?
Good, good. Not too bad. Starting off
Well,
this beautiful morning.
oh, yes. Well, we're really excited to have you on the program today because we are going to talk about Revive Auto Repair and some things that really make you stand out in the industry. But before we get started, why don't you tell us a little bit about your background and what led you up to starting this repair shop?
So I started up helping out my family when I was young in the automotive industry. They own a taxi cab company in Windsor, Ontario. And every summer when I was young, I used to go with my dad and my uncle to, work on cars and became a little hobby that I enjoyed a lot. As growing up, I went to school, graduated from high school, went to college, got my degree in electromechanical engineer. During the recession that we had back in '07, I was overqualified, so I wasn't able to work in my engineering degree. So I ended up taking mechanical trade and ended up getting my master's in automotive tech and worked for Volkswagen. Was there for a good amount of years. Left Volkswagen in 2014, and opened up the shop. Started out fresh. Building new customers, new clientele, um, bringing in new ownership to the industry as well to let the people know the type of stuff that we offer for our customers. Pretty
Mhm.
much took in all the years of the experience that I had from customer clientele to being in the field and combine it all together.
So when you were younger, did you ever think about owning your own business, or did you come from an entrepreneurial family? Because I always like to know, like, did it start when you were younger? Love to have your
So
own business.
yeah, so my parents, my dad and my uncle, they own their own business. So I always liked being in charge, like owning your own business, building your own empire, being your own boss. But there are a lot of strategies you have to go through. But as long as you put the hard work in, I gotta say it's a really cool experience to be in.
I like the fact that you have the entrepreneurial side, but before that, you were involved in corporate America, so you really had an opportunity to take a lot from that as well. What do you think were some of the key things that, like one or two things that you brought from your corporate experience that have really helped you succeed with Revive Auto?
So the one thing that we do at Revive, a couple things that we like to do. We like to educate our customers. A lot of people they'll come in, bring their cars to the dealer, and not knowing really what's going on with their car. They'll say, "Oh, my car's making a weird noise, or it's not running correctly." So at our facility, what we do is we like to educate our customers, let them know exactly what's going on with the car. At times, we like to even bring the customers back and show them directly what's going on with the vehicle and kind of pinpoint exactly the type of noise that they're explaining that the vehicle is actually making. So when we do complete the repairs for them, one, the customer does trust us because they know the repair was done correctly. Two, they know that that noise that they came in for is completely gone. And three, they will understand more what's really going on with their vehicle. So they are more aware and more alert down the line if something does happen in the future to their vehicle.
So, was that kind of approach something that, like, you really got from your corporate experience in the past, like like educating, like even your clientele when you were working at Volkswagen?
So at the dealership, it's a little bit different. It all depends on the service writer. Us technicians, we weren't able to speak to the customers directly. So a lot of times it was, we have to pass our message over to the service writer. Service writer will
Mhm.
pass the message over to the customer. Well, in between those little gaps, there's things that end up being missing or not be explained correctly to the customer where it will end up being lost, where the customer won't really understand what's going on, or the service writer themselves will not know how to answer the question correctly and getting the customer's confidence actually low, where to the point that they get puzzled. Well, is this true or not true? Do we need to get this done? Do we not need to get this done? Is this going to solve the problem or not? So they start questioning, the stuff that the vehicle needs. So I like to eliminate that by educating the customer directly and let them know exactly really what's going on with the car without any, miscommunication or, incorrect leading the customer in the wrong direction.
So are you actually at the shop day to day yourself, or um, are you actually on site yourself on a daily basis?
So I'm there every morning, early in the morning, like at
Except this morning.
7 o'clock. Yeah, and then I'm there till close. Sometimes even longer as well too. Usually our busy season, we're there almost. I'd probably say 10 o'clock at night. Sometimes we push almost to 2, 3 in the morning, depending on
Oh
the
my goodness.
volume, on the jobs, and how much the demand is. To be
Okay.
honest.
Well, that is definitely not typical of most auto places. You're like rushing there to like get your car by 5 o'clock, otherwise it'll be locked in for the night. So yeah. So when it comes to like hiring the very best people to work for you, how do you select and how do you find these people? How do you select them? What are you looking for in the employees that you have?
So that's a really good question. I had a couple technicians that had 20 to 30 plus years under their belt. And what I have teach some of my students are a little bit more advanced than a technician, sad to say, someone that has 20, 30-year experience. The reason why is because at my facility, when we interview the person, I actually put them onto a car and I question their ability to see if they're able to diagnose the car correctly. I will like unplug a fuse in the car and tell them, okay, scan the car. Let's see what's going on. Let's see if we can figure out the situation. Because a lot of times in our field, the repairs can be very small. Like a fuse can cause a lot of issues. And some shops are like, okay, well, you need this, 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 and that. Now your bill's like $1,000. No, it's only a $2 fuse. You know what I mean? So I like to make sure that the technician that I hire is honest. They are very knowledge in what they're diagnosing, and as well true quality of the repairs. No one wants to work on a car, make a mess. Give a keys back to the customer. Here, your car is done, but you come back with oil all over the vehicle, fingerprints, stuff like that. We like to keep everything clean. When it comes to our technicians, I make sure everybody's state or ASC certified. So we try to stay in the rules as well too. For my students right now, we got two students, and I have them on my fast track program where 70% hands-on learning, and 30% we send them into school so they can get the book training as well too.
Oh
So when they
wow.
go write the test at Secretary of State or the ASC, at least we got them prepped up so they're ready to write the test.
So when people are learning about car repair and this and that, are there like specialties? Because I mean, like foreign cars are different than American made cars. Like, I mean, there's so many different things to know. How do people specialize in their knowledge? I assume they do to a point.
So, based on our industry, yes, you can specialize in, like, for example, transmission or engine repair or suspension or tuning or brakes.
Okay, so by type of issue with the car as opposed to like make model of car.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
but the neat thing about our facility is we're pretty much widespread. So, we're actually specialized in every department. Even in the EV and the electric cars and the hybrid, we've been working on those for a good amount of years now.
Oh,
As
wow. Okay. Yeah, that
because
was kind of where I was going with this. Like, what about all the stuff now? I mean, everything's so different.
Yeah, 'cause, like nowadays, like a lot of shops are a little bit behind. I've noticed regarding about the technology, the scan tools we have to upgrade now, the software that we need, it's special tools
Hmm.
that we need to work on the cars. So it gets a little bit costly on a business end. But having those correct equipment gives you the ability to accelerate and work on those cars. But before we do that, I always make sure all our training is up to date. Any classes that we have to do, any warning signs that we have to know about these vehicles. We have to all be trained on these type of cars, because the new industry for these EV and electric cars, like, you really need to know what you're doing, or you can cause a lot of problems.
And I don't even really know like what could go wrong with them. Is it just the battery? But I know it's beyond the battery. It's how the battery interacts with all the other systems. But yeah, I mean, I can't even imagine what you have to deal with nowadays. Do you specialize in any particular type of car, or is there any standout car that you do servicing for that's you're kind of known for?
Yeah, so Revive Auto is very specialized in the luxury end, the exotic sports cars. So we work in a wide range, from like the exotic luxury to the foreign to the domestic. So we kind of do everything. But usually summertime, if you want to see some really nice cars, I do recommend stopping by. You'll see a lot of neat cars that you'll never be shocked to see here in Michigan too. So it's pretty neat that we work side by side by some of our big dealers too. They highly recommend us as well. We
Oh, that's
network with
great.
each other.
Oh, that's
So,
great. Because I know
so
like even the oil changes in some of these cars can be like tremendous in terms of
yeah, oh
expense,
yeah,
right? Like, wow. You need a whole separate job just to keep up basic repairs.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. So you're located in the Troy area. Approximately where in Troy are you located?
So we're located in Troy. We're on Maple Road, west of DeQuinder, right across the street from Scared World of Troy. The address there is 2888 East Maple. We've
So
been
you're
there.
near some of the other auto places, other automotive.
Yeah, there's a couple repair shops around us, not that many. We're in like the beginning part of Troy, next to Sterling Heights, Warren, so we're close to the Four Squares. But we're mostly in the Troy area, which is not bad. We have a nice, good, location for our customers.
Yeah, good central location out here in Oakland County. All right. So what are some really unique benefits that you offer your customers? Because you have to stand out from a lot of other auto repair places. So what's that really standout thing for Revive?
So a lot of shops will offer warranty, which is what we do. As well, too, a lot of shops will offer, guarantee on specific type of repairs. But here's the thing that I had noticed and I learned being in this industry and being as a customer for myself when I used to be a student and I used to, get my car fixed. A lot of places, getting your car repaired gets very costly. So in 2014, when I opened up the company, I did design a program that helps out people based off their monthly income. It's a program called Low Income Auto Repair. We're actually working on going national, hopefully in the next couple months, with a mobile app that we designed. But as of right now, we have our customers that go right to the website, they apply, they get discounts on automotive repairs. So people
Mhm.
that can't afford getting a car fixed, based off their monthly income, they'll get an instant discount to get the car repaired, minus that discount. So they end up saving money from paying the full price what it's really going to cost at a repair shop. So we're trying to help out the community and help out the people. We understand. You know, eh, Cars get very costly very quick on repairs that that need sometimes or get neglected. So having a program like this that I designed, helps out a lot. Keeps us very very busy, as well too. We get to meet a lot of different kind of customers, and different kind of people as well too, where we get to adapt and understand their situation and be able to help them out and feel good in the end of the day that we did something good in return for that customer.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a great idea. I mean, without a car, especially because we don't live in a place with a lot of public transportation that's can get you easily from one place to another, it's so important we have our cars working. And I know since my car has been in the shop many times. Um, about low income auto repair program that you have, which is like an application based program. I was checking on the site. What was the event? What caused within you the to think about offering something like this? What was the precipitating event?
So it came across my mind and it bothered me a long time ago. I was a student. I was going to school. I was barely getting by. I was working, studying at the same time, trying to pay for my school and everything. To get my books and everything. And my car broke down. So I was referred to go to a repair shop, and that repair shop took advantage of what my car needed. A little small, simple repair of replacing a small part that was very uncostly. That part would have cost probably $200, and that cost me $1,400, where it set me back. Noticing that I was being taken advantage and was lied to was the biggest slap in the face that I received. Being as a customer going to a repair facility that was very highly ranked. So knowing that shops are able to do that to some customers, which is not fair, I designed this program where, being on this app and on this program, the repair facilities that we assign on our program have to be authorized and verified by us. So we actually go out there, we verify that, we make sure that everything's on
Oh,
legit.
neat.
There's no
Yeah.
problems with these facilities. We make sure that they are very highly recommended. We don't just allow just any shop just to get on our program. We have to make sure you guys, like the company, meets our standards, because at the end of the day, we're providing a service to our customers to take care of them and to build a trust between us and the customers, and that's the biggest key, is the trust to have.
Yeah, and as a woman who's had to go into getting my car repaired many times in the past like 30 years, I have absolutely been taken advantage of. And boy, have I learned some really tough lessons. So I learned one thing is to bring somebody along with me who knows all about cars. So,
Yeah,
because I'll tell you, women have it tough because we don't, I mean, some of us, me, I don't know. I don't know enough about what I don't know. So,
yeah.
um, more questions about this because I really like that you're going to roll this kind of program out nationally. Um, how are you going to be managing this program and offering it kind of on a subscription basis to other dealers so that you're managing some administrative things around it for them, or how will they join into it? And is this part of a different line of business for your business? I mean, is this a you know another line of business for you?
So the on a customer's aspect, when they download the app,
Hmm.
they'll download it from the App Store or right off our desktop website. You'll download it, you'll sign up. You're gonna do the questionnaire, quick questionnaire, and then as well too, you be inputting your income.
Hmm.
Based off the income, the computer would generate what you qualify for the discount. That
Hmm.
we already did the mathematics on our end for
Hmm.
each income, what bracket that they'll be in,
I
what
see.
tier.
Okay.
Being in that level tier for the customer, they'll be able to access towing, which is roadside assistance, auto repair, quick lube, and in the future we have more options that we're going to be adding in. We're going to be rolling in as we keep on growing. But the three things that we're going to be providing to our customers is roadside assistance,
Hmm.
repair facilities to get your car repaired, and as well to quick lubes. So with the app, you'll be able to assign, create your appointment, be able to watch live footage. Your car being picked up by the tow person, sent to the
No
repair.
way, really? Wow,
Correct.
that's cool.
Yeah. So your car is not going to go to no random place. It'll be under our network with a shop that's authorized with our
Oh,
facility. For the facility side, for the providers, all the
mhm,
providers, yes, they will be paying a monthly subscription.
mhm.
With the subscription, it gives them access to all our customers that will be providing that who are signed up on the app. As example, right now, without even having this app launch, just for the state of Michigan, we have about 13,000 plus customers, that have been applying that need, vehicle assistance and are looking
Wow.
for help, to get their car fixed,
And
but they
this
don't
is all
have.
over the state of Michigan.
Correct.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah, we do get a lot of customers too that reach out from California, from New York,
Mhm,
out of state, different states as well too. They're asking
mhm.
for assistance, but we contacted the DHS offices and we spoke to them, and they are aware of the program that is being rolled out very soon. So they're very excited for their customers. But at the same time, we're taking those baby steps, building that reputation and building that the program so everybody can be on that program and get the assistance that they need.
So, and Nick, when you are going to roll this out on a national basis, are you going to be targeting certain states? So, because I know you said you want to go and you're going to be visiting these places, you want to make sure they're meeting your standards. How will you do that? Will you roll it out to like a few states at a time and then make your visits? And how are you going to roll this out?
So we're planning on rolling out in Michigan for sure,
Hmm.
100%.
Hmm.
We're going to be hitting some areas on the East Coast like New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio. California is on the books as well too to be in that first launch, because they have a high percentage of people that need assistance as well too.
Yeah.
As we progress, we are going to be slowly start working our way into the center point of America, where we take over all the states and be in every state to help them out as well too.
This is a
Um,
really great idea. I mean, I love what you're doing with this and then taking it nationally and then kind of redesigning how people look at, you know, the industry and it kind of, meeting the needs of people and where we are in our society right now.
yeah, it's you know everything is changing. The industry is changing a lot. We know, especially since we had COVID. A lot of businesses have closed down and went under. And now it's at the challenge of how the economy is. A lot of people are not making the type of money they were making before. So we have to be able to learn and to adapt to what's going on around us and be prepared for what could happen in the future. So design this program, it's very advanced to the point that it'll help out the customer now and in the future, where it'll continue to keep on growing. And as well too, we want our customers to save money. You know what I mean? We, like us as a provider, yes, we want the business as well too, but we want to make sure our customers are being taken care of. I mean, if you can't afford to get the car fixed and you're only making $2,000 a month, but you qualify for an example, 20, 25%, I would rather get my car fixed and knowing that I'm saving 20, 25% on my repair by being on this program than paying the full price and, be worried of, okay, well, am I going to be able to buy groceries? Am I going to be able to pay the bills now? Like, how am I going to, go on with my everyday, day to day, tasks? So having this program, I noticed it's been helping a lot of our customers and the community as well too. The DHS office loves having us in there as well too for support when they have customers that they can't help, that they refer to us. As well, there's other organizations, churches. They like to send our customers to us on this program where we're able to help them and get them back on the road, so they're able to take their children to school or to their appointments or stuff like that. So, we're trying to help out the community where everything can be a lot more easy going, like easy, smooth, between all transactions on all and between everybody.
So, also, I mean, you have more than full utilization of your facility too. I mean, you're not just, closing up shop at 5 p.m. I mean, you have enough work to like work into the evening, as you said.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more utilization, and you're still profitable, right? I mean, because you wouldn't be doing it if you weren't, but you're utilizing the time differently, and you can keep others employed, so I mean you're helping the economy on multiple ways because you're almost running like two shifts.
Correct. And it's very neat because I have a couple of shops that are under my program, and one of the shops opened up three auto repair shops because of the app. Like
No way.
he's loving it. And the area that he's in the industry that we're in, it's a very high demand. A lot of people don't understand, it's very hard to find mechanics nowadays. People don't want to do this job no more. They don't want to, do hard
Really?
labor. Everything has changed
Oh.
a lot.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
so, it's pretty neat that this app is able to help out, many different directions. And the best thing about it, like my employees love it. We're busy, we're steady,
Mm.
we're, almost 50 to almost 100 cars deep, with how many backup cars that we have to knock out and get them,
Oh
on
my
the road.
gosh.
So, it's, you know, the hard work comes in, but when they get their paycheck, they're very happy knowing that it was very well earned as well too. They know that they did a good deed to the customers as well too, knowing that they helped out. So at the end of the day, you do good to others, good things happen. So that's how I see it.
By the way, like how many days a week are you open?
So we're open from Monday to Friday, 8 to 6, and then
Mhm.
Saturday, 8 to 1. Usually summertime when the weather gets a lot nice and a lot more business starts to come in even more.
Mhm.
Usually we extend our hours to
Mhm.
almost 10 o'clock at night, and we usually end up putting a double shift. So we end up hiring a night crew that actually does the repairs at night as well too. So when we come
Wow.
in the morning, the
Mhm.
repairs that were had to be done prior will all be completed so we can get the customer back on the road within less than 48 hours.
How many bays do you have at your primary location?
So at Revive, we got 8 bays.
Okay.
That includes the alignment rack as well too. So we do pretty much everything from tires, alignments, everything you can think of.
All right. Well, you certainly have a lot going on at Revive. I love this program that you're doing, and the fact that you're going to roll this out nationally and make a difference across the nation in doing good for others. And I love this innovation that you're doing within your own industry. I mean, being a leader in your niche by doing something that other people are not. So I think that's fantastic. So we just have a couple of about a minute left. I'd love to hear from you, since you've been an entrepreneur for a lot of years. What is your one piece of advice that you would give others?
The one advice I give to everybody is consistency. You need to be consistent on everything that you do, from quality, from presentation, from repairs, from anything that you do in this industry. Being a business owner, it's one thing that we can get really tired. We overwork ourselves a lot. A lot of people don't really know what really goes on as a business owner on our end. All they think, oh, you're a business owner, you're making money, this and that. No, it's not like that. We do the hard work. If if my secretary doesn't come in, and I gotta play the role. I gotta be secretary for that time. When the phone rings, I gotta answer the phone. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. So one thing I did really learn that helped out a lot for me was being consistent. As long as I stayed consistent, stayed on top of my A game, everything worked out very well. Just consistency and don't give up.
Well
it
said.
there are days that it's going to be very rough,
Mhm.
and when it rains it pours. That's like it does pour. Sometimes it hails too, but as long as you can stay strong and work through it, the sun is there. There's always a sun in the end of that storm. So stay consistent, put in the hard work, and I promise things will work out in the end as long as you stay consistent with it. That's how I
All
see it.
right. Well, thank you so much, Nick Kakish, who is the owner of Revive Auto Repair. Thank you so much for being a guest today, and I want to wish you the very best.
Thank you so much for having us on the show. Thank you.
Absolutely. If you'd like more information about our program, please visit us at www.michiganentrepreneurtv.com. Please join us again in the future when I interview another enterprising entrepreneur. Until then, wishing you the best of business.